Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Happy Easter weekend. I went thrifting a couple days ago now and they had Easter stuff out, so I just took all of the footage with the Easter things and just made it into this video, and then next week I'll probably post at least one or two more thrift with me's, but it's just a few days before Easter, so they didn't have a ton of stuff, but they had some egg decorating kits, and it made me wonder how many people are buying eggs to decorate with because they're quite expensive, I hear. So yeah, just made me think about that because I think in some places it's like $1 an egg, which is insane. I thought this little mouse figurine was really cute with this little top hat on, and then there was a bunny as well. I spotted this bunny sun catcher back here, and this reminds me so much of childhood, like the exact same kind of chain and everything. I did think about getting this briefly, but I did end up leaving it there, but I love sun catchers, so I was thinking about it, but I ended up leaving it. But it does look very like maybe 80s, early 90s. So they had a bunch of basket wrap and some stickers in this bin that was all for $1. And then next to it, I noticed they had these plastic canvas baskets, which were pretty neat. They had little chicks on them, and they had eggs inside. They had some like, those are shaped like, well, it's obviously an egg shape, but it's like a soccer ball. And then I saw like a baseball one, but I was looking to see if they were the same. They were both the same, but back here I think is where the baseball shaped egg was. This little bunny, and then almost like a lamp, but I think you put a tea light in there. Those were giving me major 90s vibes. This bunny looked like he was homemade, like somebody sewed him from material, and my mom used to do stuff like that, and she had made me a cat when I was a really young kid, actually. I wish I still had it. And then when I got to the other side, I realized that it kind of been cleared out, so they probably just condensed what they had left and hoped they were going to sell everything. I think that everything Easter might have been 50% off. I loved these little ceramic figures. I was hoping there might be like a year on them or something, but I didn't see one. But I definitely remember having stuff like that when I was growing up. And then I saw these ones, which I actually loved these. I thought they were so cute. I thought there was just two at first, but then I noticed there was a third one, and it's a bunny who's brushing his teeth holding the toothpaste. I thought it was so adorable. I was considering getting that as well. I wanted to get a clear shot of the company that made them. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's so cute, but I did end up just leaving it there. I wasn't even sure this was a bunny at first. I thought it was like, I don't know if it's like, is it a llama that has kind of like the poofy hair in the front? But that's what it reminded me of anyway. So I think after Easter, they'll probably put out like their kind of outdoor stuff. So that's probably why they had these solar lights here. They're actually quite nice. I didn't take notice of how much they are, but I know they can be pretty expensive in stores. And then just at the very front there, they had some baskets and bunnies. And I even had a Beanie Baby bunny. There's definitely a lot of baskets and a lot of stuffed bunnies. Now we're at the second store. So I went to 2 different Salvation Armies. I've got some sunglasses, which I guess that would be a good thing to put in an Easter basket. This bunny looked very familiar to me. It might have been like from a cartoon or something. Got a bunch of plastic eggs. Got some Easter cards. I like quickly flipped through those to see if there was any vintage ones, but there wasn't. Some stickers. They really didn't have that much left, so, which is a good thing, because I'm not sure if they save their stuff to put it out next year or if it just ends up going to the landfill. I thought this was interesting. I'm still not 100% sure what it is, but what it reminded me of is when I was a kid, you could get these cases that you could put like your Barbie stuff in, but the case itself, when you open it up, was like a room. And that's kind of what it reminded me of. But it looked like it had straps as well, like it could have been a backpack, so I'm not sure. But it was like furry on the outside. A lot of this stuff could actually be more like even just spring and not exclusively Easter, but then I noticed that someone had made an entire placemat out of plastic canvas, which I thought was neat. But the only thing about that is it would be really hard. You can see there's a stain on it. It would be like very hard to get the stain out of that if you were actually using it to eat off of. And then I think that this is like a make your own wind chime kit, which I would have loved getting something like that when I was a kid. I used to get a lot of crafty things actually, for like Christmas and stuff like that. And I saw this incredibly tiny Easter bunny figurine. I'm thinking that must be maybe from like a village set or something, because it's so tiny. This mug was definitely giving me the 90s like cottage core vibe. And then they just had a couple of other mugs that were probably newer. And then they had this big bin filled with like Easter grass. So they had like the plastic kind, but they also had the like more like paper kind and like Easter baskets. When I was growing up, we just always reused the same basket every year and the same grass. My mom would just save it. I don't know if other people did that too. I'm assuming probably. But anyway, that was just a quick little Easter thrift with me that I thought I'd post today. I hope everybody has a great Easter, and I will see you again next week with another new video.